Hi guys, it's Chrissy and welcome back to the channel. So today's video is actually a short little starter home build. Now this is actually a fully functional starter home. It only costs 18,460 simoleons. So even if you start with a single sim, your sim will be able to afford this lot and the house with only their starting 20,000 simoleons. Since the house is built on a 20 by 15 lot, it only costs about, I think, 1,500 simoleons, if I remember right. But yeah, so what that means is your sim will be able to afford this home and the lot, and I think I had just over 100 simoleons left when I was done with this build. I can't really remember, or just under 100 simoleons. It doesn't really matter, but yeah, your sim will be able to afford this lot and have a tiny bit of money left over when, once you're done. But yeah, so even this, starter homes aren't really something that I do all that much on my channel. I'm not the best with budget homes. I like to decorate, and when I start decorating, I like decorating a lot. So yeah, that usually ends up with my builds being like nowhere even under 100,000 simoleons. So yeah, starter homes, not something that I really do all that often on my channel. But yeah, last night I just had this huge urge to build, and I wanted to build something small. And yeah, I've been playing around with the idea of doing a few starter homes and budget homes and stuff like that on the channel. So I decided what better to start off with if I want to do a quick little build than a starter home. So yeah, this is actually a modern starter home, which is again something that I don't do all that often. I don't really do modern builds either. So yeah, this build was just full of challenges for me. And even though I already limited myself to a budget, I decided to limit myself even further and turn this into a restricted packs build as well. So this build only uses the base game and get some objects from Get Together and City Living. Now the only objects from City Living that I use are the rundown counters and I think I used the rundown sofa and chairs as well. So that's all that's from City Living in this build, is the counters and the living room set. And then the only objects from Get Together are the modern columns that I use on the outside. And those are all objects that are really easily replaceable. I mean, you don't even need the columns on the outside. You can replace them with any base game column if you wanted to, or something from another pack if you wanted to. I just really like I just really like using those as little end pieces for my walls, as little trims or whatever. I don't really know what you call it, but yeah, I really like using those columns, and I placed them down before I decided that this was going to be a restricted packs build. And in the end, I just didn't want to change them. I didn't want to try and find the budget to find base game columns that look similar but that are probably more expensive, and I just didn't want to go through all of that. So yeah, there are only those Get Together columns, and these counters are from City Living. I don't end up using the City Living fridge or stove. Those are from base game. But yeah, I just use those counters, and then the sofa and 2 armchairs that I use in the living room later on will be also from City Living. So yeah, those are the only objects from other packs that aren't base game. So even if you just have the base game, you should be able to download this really easily and just replace those few objects with something. I mean, the whole structure of the build and all of the other objects are all base game. So yeah, you shouldn't have any problems with that. And this build is actually, as I said, fully functional. It has everything your sim could probably need. I mean, it has a computer. I managed to fit one in the bedroom. So it has a PC, and it also has a bookcase. So your sim can basically learn any skill that they want, which is something that I usually forget about. I always forget that your sim can actually learn every skill from the bookcase. They just have to buy the skill books, which is, yeah, probably something I should remember more often. But for some reason, I actually don't remember that. But yeah, so this really is just a short little build. It's only about, I think, like 7 minutes long, which is, yeah, a really short build, especially since Yeah, my builds usually aren't that short. I usually cut out some of my, some of the footage and don't show you certain things like doing the layout and bathrooms and stuff like that. But in this, I just decided to keep everything in. I was going to cut out the bathroom and layout, but yeah, once I sped up the footage and saw how short it was, I thought there was just no point. Otherwise, we would have like a 5-minute video, and that's just, there's no reason to do that, basically. And yeah, so the reason why this build is so short is, yeah, it only took me like, I think 28 minutes to do, which, I don't know, I don't really talk about how long it takes me to do builds all that often, but normally a build will take me anything from, I don't know, maybe like an hour and a half to 6 or 7 hours, depending on the size of the build. Normally apartments, even medium-sized apartments, take me about an hour to 2 hours to do, and family homes, I'm talking like maybe 3 or 4 bedroom homes, usually take me around maybe 2 to 3 hours, around there. It all depends on how much detail I'm putting in and stuff like that, or what style I'm building in. That always has an effect on it. But yeah, I normally don't build this quickly, which, yeah, I was kind of surprised when I saw that. But yeah, we're almost to the end of the build. Like I said, it's not really long. This voiceover has been a complete mess, but if you're not new to the channel, and if you've been here a while, you're probably used to my messy voiceovers. But yeah, if you're new to the channel, do feel free to hit the subscribe button, and remember to turn on the notification bell if you want to be notified of whenever I upload. And yeah, if you want to see more of my really rambly and messy voiceovers. But yeah, I hope you guys like this build, and I will talk to you all in my next video. Bye everyone!